Ants! Everywhere ants! Hitching a ride with Gray and Green Family Farms. Taking some of our herb transplants, different medicinals and flowers, and culinary herbs with us to our urban farm plot to get them planted today before the rain that comes tomorrow. It looks like we survived the freak late April frost. Our potatoes are looking great. Our tomatillos appear to have survived the frost just fine too. And all of our tomatoes appear to be healthy. Thankfully our cucumbers weren't too far along. You can see they're just sprouting, so they didn't get damaged too badly with the frost that we had. So earlier this week, we pulled up the carrots from this bed right here in the front of our garden. And today we're going to pull out all the weeds. We're going to be leaving the onions there for now to let them bulb up. We're going to pull out the weeds and put our medicinal herbs and flowers and culinary herbs in this front row here. Everywhere ants! So I accidentally disturbed an ant nest. So last year we overcrowded our tomato area and we could barely get to the basil that we planted. It ended up dying because it didn't have enough sunlight. So we're going to try spacing things out a little bit more this year. We actually left a little bit of a gap near the tomato plants so that we could plant our companion plants in a place that we could actually reach them this year. Now for some of the pretty stuff. All right, we are mostly finished planting today, at least the first row of herbs. First up right here we have our arnica. And that's the one that I've been buying arnica gel, using for muscle aches and bruises. And this year we're going to try and make our own salves. Next up we have chamomile. We love chamomile tea, especially drinking in the evening. So we have a nice little patch here. This particular variety I'm excited about is called Zloty. It's supposed to produce a ton of blossoms, so I'm excited about that. Next up, we have a couple lavender plants. Love the smell of lavender. We're mostly getting these plants started here with the hopes of moving them to our future homestead and making a lavender hedge. So we're getting some plants started. Next up around the kale plant is some more Echinacea. We have some growing in our herb garden at home, but we're also starting some here in full sun to see if it grows better for us. Then we have a couple black-eyed Susans just for beauty and attracting pollinators. And then these bare patches marked by some pieces of mulch. We have some bachelor buttons, 2 different types of zinnias along the path right here that'll be going into our garden right here. Next up we have our yarrow. We have some growing in a shady part of our backyard, but we're going to grow some here in the sun and see if it flowers for us this year. And we have some feverfew, calendula, and marshmallow root. And then at the end of this row we have our elderberry bushes that we planted last year, so maybe we'll get some berries this year.